Good morning, everyone. I am Jenny. Welcome to Wake Up with Jenny and Friends. And I have my guest co host with me.
Hi, I'm Derek, Niagara Face Painting in Splash Town Niagara.
How are you, Derek?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm super excited to have you.
Absolutely, I was looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too, me too. And we had the opportunity to meet earlier when I was at Howell's Farms and came to see you for some face painting and some a really fun day. So it was great to get in touch with you and see you and your daughter out there.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. It was great weather. Looked like you had fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was super fun. How's your morning going?
Good, good. Just getting up, getting moving around a bit.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you drinking this morning?
Uh, I'm doing Gatorade Zero today. No sugar.
Ooh, no,
No
I'm a fan
sugar
of
day.
no sugar. I like
Mhm.
it. I like it. How'd they get the blue color with no sugar?
I don't know, but it's pretty good. I like it.
A tiny army of Smurfs. They must have.
I think so. Yeah, they put them through the juicer. It's Smurf juice.
Smurf juice. I have my Widowmaker coffee all set up here, and my my Widowmaker mug, and you're wearing your Widowmaker hat. I think we'll just change the name from Wake Up with Jenny to Widowmaker Part
Yeah,
Two.
we might as well. I'm waiting for the royalty check.
It's so funny. It's so funny because I film shows like weeks in advance,
Yeah.
and then I forget what I talk about sometimes, right? Like I can't remember every little detail. And it's so funny to like re-listen to the show because every show I feel like I talk about like certain things or certain people, and it's like, oh my gosh, you think I'd work there?
Yeah, yeah. I just did the Widowmaker podcast a couple days ago, and I was telling them that I hear more about them from your show than their own show.
So funny. It's so funny. But they've got great stuff, and so do you. And tell me a little bit about your weekend. How was your weekend?
It was good. We were back at the pumpkin patch, doing a lot of face painting, making a lot of kids happy. So that's always nice. It's nice to be there. All the fall colors, the fall air. It's good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you take great pictures. I love seeing your pictures on your Instagram. I
Thank
don't know
you.
if it's your phone or the lighting or what, but you take amazing pictures after you've done the face painting.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's all the phone.
It's all the phone. I love it. I love it. So, what else happened on your weekend? Anything exciting? Anything new?
Nothing really. Kayla started doing some painting, my
Ooh,
daughter. So she's my youngest daughter. She's 11 and she's transitioning into taking over a lot of the painting for me. So
nice.
that's exciting. That was a big day for her. And it was just 2 full days of meeting lots of awesome people, painting lots of faces, and eating far too many pumpkin donuts. That's why it's sugar-free day today.
I bet. I bet. Now, I did have one of those pumpkin donuts.
Oh,
Um,
did you
it
like
came,
it?
it came highly recommended.
Oh,
And I later found out there may have been some duck fat involved.
I heard about this story.
Oh gosh! So my funeral will be preceding this interview, and oh goodness! Hey, you know what? You only live once, right?
Absolutely. You got to enjoy duck fat once.
I mean, I can't imagine coming to the end of my life and saying I regret not having that pumpkin donut. I can't imagine.
No,
It just doesn't make sense. No.
I don't know.
What's going on in current events, hot topics? Anything in the news you're seeing? Anything in the
Anything I'm seeing in the news?
yeah?
Not too much. I worked all week and I didn't get to see much of what's going on. Some kind of virus stuff I keep hearing about, but trying to
Yeah.
ignore that as much as possible.
Virus schmirus.
That's right. Yeah.
It's one of
I
those
see.
things that's never gonna go anywhere, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like the internet. It's never
Yeah.
going to take off.
Just some guy in his basement had an idea.
It's all about him, some COVID guy.
So tell me a little bit about well, so you have two companies, and I want to talk about them both because I think the idea is fascinating, and I love them both. I was able to see a little bit of the Niagara face painting, and that's done at the Howell Farm. So tell me a little bit about that because when I came to see you, it was packed. Like you had nonstop people coming through. It's so amazing, and you have such a great rapport with everyone, which I was super excited to see because you don't see that very often. You know, people have a real connection with the people that come to see them, and you were great with the parents and with the kids, and there were some, some kids that were you're not as keen on getting their face painted, and
Yeah.
and you just handled it so well. So how many people do you usually see on a weekend when you're there?
On a weekend like that at Hell's, we may push out 100 to 150 kids. When we do really busy festivals during the summer, it's not uncommon to maybe push 300 to 400 kids through.
Wow.
And as you saw, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
I move through it pretty quick now.
Well, you've
And
been doing
that's,
it for a long time, right? So
yeah, this is my 5th year.
that's so
So
cool. That's so
I
cool.
enjoy it. I didn't realize how much I missed it being off when everything was shut down.
Mm.
So getting back and seeing the kids, and when you turn the mirror around and show them their face, that's a good one. That's a good spot there.
Yeah, that was a good one. I got a couple of pictures too, and I posted them on Instagram. Their faces, just especially the little girls, when you do
Yeah,
the unicorn stuff and whatever, and then they see their face, they're like, "Oh, so pretty!" It's like the most precious thing ever.
the girls are my favorite to paint because they all want to look pretty,
Yeah,
and no one's ever mad at the face painter, ever.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. What got you started into doing that?
Well, about maybe 6 years ago now, my wife and I took our daughters to get their faces painted at a festival,
Hmm.
and the lady was so grumpy and miserable to my girls, and I just kept watching. I thought this is wrong. I can do this. I can be nice. So fast forward a bit, and of course me going on and on about it, my wife finally said, "You're either becoming a face painter or shut up and drop it." So I called her bluff and went and bought this whole complete business and had no clue what I was doing, but I knew I could be nice. I knew I could smile and make stupid dad jokes and get a couple laughs, and that's all I needed. And I could figure out the artwork later. I just needed to gain customers, and people took to it. And I don't look like a face painter. So people, they're kind of drawn to it, like, oh, this guy, what is he, a tattoo artist? Does he drive a
Yeah,
truck?
yeah.
Where's his Harley? Like, oh, he's just a happy dad who likes joking around and likes making the kids happy.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And it's so fun to see something like that at a fair or at an event because it's kind of unusual. Like you see the games and you see like the rides and stuff, and you see, you might see like a little temporary tattoo kind of thing, but nothing like an old, like good old face painting.
It gives the kids a chance to live in kind of a different reality for that event. They
Yeah.
get to be a superhero, or they get to be a unicorn or a princess. And for that whole event until it comes off, they're the strongest Hulk or they're the prettiest unicorn at all. And they can't see themselves most of the time, but they know it's there.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of confidence boosting once you paint kids.
That's so true. That's so true. And it's kind of like a really nice thing I can imagine for you as well to sort of experiment with your creativity and
Yeah.
working on different designs and the color combinations. Like how has that been for you?
It's been a very steep learning curve. I did not understand there was a color palette or what went next to each other, or even yellow and blue make green. This is amazing. Oh my God. I didn't know all that. And figuring it out mostly by error. Oh, look, that kind of worked. My poor children, on the other hand, they had to suffer as the practice pieces. And now none of them want it for Halloween. They want nothing to do with it. Their friends say, "Oh, you must be so lucky." And you're like, "Yeah, right."
and it lasts a long time. Like you had done a face painting for me. It was like a nice tropical theme
Yep.
on the side of my face, and I posted that as well. And when I wash my face that night, like it's on there, it stays. So it's not like, it's not like, you get your money's worth from it too, right? So
Yeah, it's not going to smudge. It is waterproof face painting, so it'll last. It's I do pool parties, stuff like that, and parents are just blown away. Oh, their kids can swim with it. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. It's good.
so
It,
fun.
it just won't last through sweat.
It
That's the
won't last
only.
through sweat. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything that will. But I wish I did because I'd buy stock in it for sure.
Yeah, because that would be cool. I think for like sports teams and stuff, eh?
Yes, exactly. That's the exact market. Cheerleading, sports teams, acting, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I loved it. It was so vibrant and so cool. And you also have another business, and I want to touch on that a little bit. And I think so you and I have kind of a similar characteristic, and then we have a lot of irons in the fire all the time. We have
Yeah,
a lot of different things going on in the background, different businesses, different ventures, and so I love that because it's like, a nod to that creativity, right? It's that creative part of that entrepreneurial spirit, right? Have
yeah.
you always been like that?
Yeah, I have been. I've
Yeah.
I've owned a lot, and it's kind of, oh, this doesn't work, or I've gotten bored. I said, oh,
Mm.
and a lot of the credit has to go to my wife, who, no matter how crazy my idea is, she's like, sure, okay. Yeah, I don't get any resistance that way. I don't
Oh,
have the natural fear of failure in business. I'm more afraid to swim. I'm not a swimmer.
hmm.
I'd be more afraid of that than if someone said, why don't we jump into this major business? Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so great to have that support too, like especially from your spouse, because
yeah,
that's one thing that can make or break you sometimes, right? Too, especially if you have a passion for doing something.
yeah. Absolutely. It'd be tough to focus if you didn't have support at home.
For sure, 100%. Let's talk a little bit about your new venture that's coming up next year. It's the Splash Town Niagara.
Yes.
Tell me all about that. I'm so excited to hear about that and to check it out.
Okay, this is the big one. This is my biggest one to date. This is the exciting one. So we went and we used an inflatable water park as customers.
Mhm.
Took the girls, and I was there about 5 minutes before I started thinking, this is a business opportunity. I could do this. It might have been a bit of a bummer for the rest of the people with me because the whole time I'm running numbers in my head and I'm checking the quality of the product and I'm asking the people working there all these technical questions instead of just having fun. So I start looking into it, and fast forward 2 years later of working on this project, we're coming to fruition now in Port Colborne at Nickel Beach. It's one of the most beautiful beaches in all of Canada.
Mhm.
It's so nice there. Port Colborne has been so good to us. We signed a 5-year lease with them, and it's going to be installed. It's going to be an inflatable obstacle course that sits on top of the water, ages 6 to however adventurous you feel. We're going to sell 2-hour time slots. We got a whole bunch of fun community events planned, some fundraising, some challenges. And this is an opportunity for kids again to get them off of a screen,
Mhm.
get them running, get them swimming, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, get a little bit of lake water in their on their skin and in their mouth, and they're going to be okay. They're going to survive that,
Yeah.
right? And it's going to create employment opportunities for students. We're working hard to develop a lifeguarding program that we can train them and help young students that maybe want to go that route, make it easier for them to get their certification. So we plan to do a lot in the community because the community has just welcomed me and my family with open arms for this project. We're
That's
so
amazing.
excited for this. There's
That's
not a day
amazing.
that it doesn't come up. Like, yeah, even the kids, they're not tired of it yet.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah. I
that's
could
amazing.
talk
That's
about it all
exciting.
day, and like face painting, they're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah. That's exciting. And I've seen some of the pictures that you put up, and how it's going to look when you've
Yeah.
got it all set up. And I'm sure it'll be slightly different and you'll add things and take away things and, make it your own and whatever. But just on the pictures alone, it looks, I mean, I know it's going to be fun for the kids, but as an adult of 21 years of age, um, it 22, fine. It,
Yeah,
it
you
look
got it.
it looks so fun.
It is. It is so much fun. You're twisting and sliding and using muscles you don't use, and the next day you pay for it. You
Yeah.
hurt, but at the time it is a lot of fun. And you're always told when you're swimming, don't run, walk, go in the water, get out of the water. I'm encouraging Jenny, run, push some people over, run, have fun, slide down there, jump off that. We're gonna have one of those great big launch pillows.
Oh,
So,
so cool. Wicked.
so we're installing that, and the actual design won't be revealed until opening weekend that we've picked.
Oh,
So we're keeping it quiet till then. It'll be a variation of all the ones I'm posting though.
that's super dope. So when are you officially opening, or do you don't know yet the official date?
Father's Day weekend, 2022.
So exciting. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And how are you? So you said you might pay for it later, being very physical. So have you thought about doing like Niagara massage therapy business
Oh,
after and
there you go.
attaching it to
Hold on. I'm gonna write that one down.
yeah.
Look into that one
You can get your face painted while you're lying down, getting a neck massage. You just combine the whole thing.
after using the water park.
Yeah, it's a whole conglomeration. You're building an empire, really, is
I
what
can
it
see that. Yeah, a bit of a monopoly going on here, right? And then I could supply massage tables to Niagara Massage. See?
is. It'll they'll change the name of the town to Port Derrick.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about aside from your business, a little bit about other hobbies and things that you have, things that you enjoy. Are you a hunter as well too? Fisher
Yes,
hunter? Yeah, that's okay. I still like you. Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, we can still.
Let it slide this time.
So tell me about that. Tell me about your excursions. I guess you haven't. Have you been out at all this?
No, no,
No.
I
So you've
won't. I
just
won't
been.
get out for a few more weeks. Oh, actually, my daughter and I are going on Thursday. We're going on a fishing trip together for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And where do you usually go fishing?
We're going to Lake St. Clair by Windsor.
Mm.
So my daughter that you met, Kayla, I'm
She
taking
is
her.
such a sweetheart. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. And is
yeah,
she ever a savvy little business woman?
yeah. Oh yeah,
She is phenomenal. For people listening, when I was at the fair, Derek had his daughter there, handling like the finances and handling the. She was passing you the designs for the face painting, and she knew all of them. You never had to wait for a single one. She was like on point.
yeah. And she's customer control as
Yeah.
well, and customer service all wrapped into one. And she has my entrepreneur brain, um, like on speed. She's ramped up past me. I can't keep up to her and her ideas, and they're good. They're really good. Like I just can't wait to see what she does. Um, yeah, I'm excited to see how she goes. Like she'll be taking over face painting eventually,
Okay.
and that's the plan. Is that she'll take it and grow it, and I'll have an opportunity to work for her. And I'm
That's
looking forward
awesome.
to that, right? Although I think she may not be someone I want to work for very often. She's very assertive, but you know. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, well, I'm taking her muskie fishing for her birthday. Her
Oh,
birthday was in the spring, but we couldn't get the trip booked till now. So we're pretty excited about that.
oh, that'll be fun. And is there any particular kind of fish that you prefer to catch, or do you use any specific lures or anything? I made a little joke on my Instagram earlier about chartreuse. I don't know if anyone picked up on that.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the chartreuse lure, like, come on, right? We go out there with a friend of ours who has a guiding business. So his only job, that's all he does, is take people fishing and make sure they get good memories and good times. So we're heading out there, and I'm going to, mention his name because he's so good to Kayla.
Absolutely.
And that's Ian Jones of LSC Fish Charters. He is absolutely the best, and he's so good with kids. So good with them and making it all about them and their day. Yeah,
Oh,
it's cool. It's very cool to see.
that's awesome. So it's LSC Fish
LSC
Charters.
Lake St. Clair Charters.
Okay, so not LSD. It's not that kind of trip.
No.
It's a different kind of
Is
trip.
that an option?
Well, there might be an adult version of a fishing trip happening soon.
Oh, okay. I think that's what the Widowmaker boys might have been talking about when they were having their fish meeting underwater, talking about losing Larry the trout to
What was it,
fighting
Larry?
too many
Now
lures.
passing out the memos. Poor Larry. Gosh,
Yeah,
it
poor
was a good
Larry.
one. Yep, he was a hard worker, that Larry.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good guy, but happens to the best of them.
it's always the quiet ones. Oh goodness. Well, we have a few little games to play here
Okay,
today, and I thought maybe we'd just kind of jump right into it.
good.
We're going to talk about favorite family activities or solo activities. What are some of yours that you love?
Family activities.
Mm-hmm.
We have 7 children,
Wowza.
so our get-togethers are chaotic, and it's organized chaos, but I can't imagine it any other way. It's very tough for everyone's schedule because except for the 2 little ones, the rest are adults.
Mm-hmm.
They have families, they have careers, they have homes. But absolutely, we get together. I'm good with that. If we can get everyone together.
That's awesome.
Solo would be, hunting, sitting
Hunting.
in tree stand. Also getting tattooed. It seems to shut my brain off. When I'm getting inked, I don't think very much. My brain stops for some reason.
Yeah, and is that the pain factor? The level of
It could be when I
yeah,
hear the gun, all those business ideas, they just, okay, we're going to shut down for now. And yeah, it's peaceful for me,
yeah.
oddly
I only
enough.
have one tattoo, and I found it very like relaxing. Um,
Yes.
and again, it's only on my finger, but I found it very like I didn't think it hurt at all. It was like kind of like a nice massage, kind of
Yeah.
it's like a prickly massage, but again, I would imagine it feels much different on different areas of the body, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it would, but it's like you said, maybe the pain is the comfort there. I
Mm,
don't know what it is, but I enjoy it. I've fallen asleep on the table a
have
couple
you?
times. Yeah.
Yeah. How many tattoos do you have?
I have both my arms completely sleeved
Yep.
from wrist to shoulder, and I have one regrettable tattoo on my back from when I was young.
Rutro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
What's your hopes for any new ones?
yeah, I'd like to get my leg done, complete
Mm.
leg, great big octopus underwater scene. Yeah,
Oh. And do you prefer color or black and white or
I'm color guy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate the black and white and I appreciate the art.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. You prefer
I
all the
smile too
colors.
much for black and white.
All of your tats are colors.
Absolutely full
Yeah.
color. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. How long does something like that take? Like for to do like a full leg or a full like how long are you there for?
Well, I break it down in sessions.
Okay.
So my right arm is a little bit just under 40 hours, and my left arm is not complete yet, and I'm right around 27 hours in that one.
Wow. Crazy. Did you ever think that you would go into that, into tattooing, or have you?
No, no. When I grew up, it was an art. It's art
Mm.
now. Like my tattoo artist I followed, he's moved from London to Hamilton to Toronto now, and he went to art school. He has a major in art. Like he's an actual art student that learned a tattoo, and he's amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's a couple of really good studios down in Toronto.
Oh yeah, there's
But
some amazing ones.
Inked, I hear, is really good.
Inked, yeah, is very good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear they're pretty
very
good.
expensive.
Yep. Yeah, I guess that comes with the territory too. The more it becomes, like you say, an art form, then the price follows, right? Whereas,
Absolutely.
back 20 years ago, you know, there were
Yeah,
still great artists, still great tattooers, but it wasn't as, like you say, seen as art, and so the prices
it,
reflect that
it,
too, right?
it was looked down upon, right?
Oh
And
yeah, I mean, my papa had tattoos, and I always remember him saying, like when I was a kid, "Don't ever get a tattoo, don't ever," because it meant something different too back then,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then he
depending
had,
on your demographic, right?
yeah, absolutely, yeah, and he had, like, tattoos from when he was in the war, when he got those when he was in the war, and just like silly tattoos, right? That
Yeah,
you just don't ever get a tattoo, and yeah, everyone thought you were a badass if you had a tattoo, but now it's like it's so nice, and there's some really pretty ones, especially the ones that are the real life portraits of
yeah,
people, and those are really hard to do because
yeah,
some of them you're like, okay, that looks like a picture, but then when you find an artist that's really good at portrait, and each artist is specifically good at something else, I think.
yeah.
Like I haven't found an artist that's really good at all of the things. They're either really good at color or really good at portrait or really good at like pop
They
up
get into
tattoo.
a comfort zone, right? They get into one
Yeah,
thing they like, they're drawn to it, and they can kind of touch on everything, but they really like that one thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they make it their craft, right? It's like
yeah,
hours and hours. Yeah, but some of those portrait ones are phenomenal, and the shading,
yeah.
like when you can look at some of like the tears or the contouring in a photo, and it's like, holy shit, it looks like you just fucking pasted a picture right on your arm.
I know some of the depth that when you look at it, it's like, what is this? Can I touch that? And it throws your eye off, and then that's the work. That's great work.
Yeah, it's
We could do
amazing.
that.
I don't know if you've seen the ones on TikTok, but they look like um, pop-up sticker. They look like stickers. The shading in the background that they done, it looks like it's
Really,
like a pop-up 3D pop-up sticker.
no kidding.
And it's such a mind fuck when you watch these videos because you're looking at this tattoo, and then you see the guy wipe it down, and you're like, what? What? It's insane.
I watched all the seasons of Ink Master, and all of a
Okay.
sudden I became this tattoo expert. I knew everything, and I was judging everyone's tattoo, and oh, this is shit, and that should have been done this way. Yeah,
So you do that too. I do the same thing. I
yeah,
like I binge watched Bob Ross, and I was like, okay, well now I'm a painter. Really? I
yeah.
mean, like,
Obviously, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
You look at different paintings, like, well, you could have done the waterfall slightly, like 45 degrees to the left. It would have given you a better image.
yeah,
I used to do I get really obsessed with stuff like that though. Like I'll binge watch stuff, and then I'll like do it, and then like you, I get bored with stuff, and then I just
yeah.
don't ever do. I did that with Cake Boss. I
Oh yeah,
was like all of it when Cake Boss first came out. I was all about Cake Boss, and I would binge watch all of those shows, and then I made like these really extravagant like cakes and cupcakes, and people wanted to buy them, and I started selling them, and I was like, yeah, it was crazy. And then after a while, I was like, oh, I'm kind of bored of making cakes now. I'm done with it.
yeah. I did it. Cross it off the list. What's next?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you find that too, like in general in life, but I'm not a huge like repeater of things. Like I do something and I do it like all the time for like a period of time, and then I don't really do it again.
I agree with you. I have like this running list in my head of things I want to do even just once. Like I made my own hot sauce. I gave some to the Widowmaker guys, and I did it. I don't ever have to do it again now.
Yeah,
It's done, right?
yeah,
Even doing their podcast, doing your podcast, done. I don't have to do it again. right? And it's just stuff to
You don't
say,
want to come back and do another show?
obviously, I was just waiting for the invite. That was
All right. Well,
my way of
keep me
working
on
it
the
in there,
list.
right? See,
But yeah,
it's
I love that. Yeah.
just to
It
say, I did it. I did
yes.
this. I did that.
I love that. I'm a firm believer you should have no regret. Like regrets are expensive. I
Yeah.
think regrets are
Yeah.
expensive. And I always say I want to get to the end of my life and say, yes, I did that. I never want to get to the end of my life and say, oh, I wish I had done
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. There's stuff on there. I tell my wife and my children, I said, my obituary is going to take you a day to read. You better start in the morning, and it's going to be a full page and a half of the newspaper because I'm trying to cram every single thing I can into every minute I have.
Absolutely. And I find it's so funny too. Like, I was talking with a friend of mine, Brian, and we were talking about this because he's also someone who's done a lot of things in his life and had a lot of education and things like that. And we were talking about how sometimes how uncomfortable it is when people ask what you do, because you're like, because you have this like laundry list in your head of
Yeah.
like, where do you start? And like, you don't want to say, well, I've done this, because it gets a little overwhelming. And then what I was saying is that what ends up happening is like, I go to like the smallest thing. I'm like, oh,
Exactly.
I have a podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, not that I was in medicine or in law or like, or I have run a clinic or that I did this or like all these things that you've done right in your life. You're like, oh, I went grocery shopping last week.
Yep. Sometimes I paint kids' faces.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly. Not you had 15 businesses. You have like
Well,
it's like crazy. It's so crazy.
yeah.
It's so funny how we do that.
I find too when people ask and you tell them if they're not of the same mentality, they
Mm,
get kind of judgy and they get a little bit self-conscious because maybe they're barely making their 40-hour work week. And that's fine,
yeah.
but I'm cramming, an easy 120 to 150 hours a weekend. That's an easy week for me.
Yeah.
And then I get, well, okay, like, what do you want me to do? I walk my dog. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's my job. I'm dog walker now.
I make mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so true. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, that's so true. Some people can be judgy, and I guess it kind of sort of makes you not want to share as much, even though you're like, because you should be proud of all these things that you do, right? And you should be
Absolutely.
proud to share them, and like, because I want to know, like, I want to know, like, what else have you done, right? But you're right. I think it's that same mentality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I meet someone, I ask more about them than I talk
Mm-hmm.
because I want to learn about that person. Oh, cool. That's another person I learned about, and that's really neat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep that little nugget of info and stack it away for next time I see Jenny. I'm like, hey, yeah, how is this going?
Yeah.
You know? But some people aren't, and by probably no fault of their own, just different
Mm-hmm.
personality type.
Absolutely. And probably that's where that little piece of regret too fits in a little bit when,
Yeah,
people are thinking, well, they've done so much and they're only, but if you're doing one thing and you're super passionate about it and you love it, that's all you need.
absolutely.
That's all
Yep,
you need. Not
yep,
everybody in the world has to do just one thing or 15 things, or it's whatever makes you happy, whatever you're passionate about. But yeah, that's probably where that little bit of regret comes in. And I get that question a lot in the clinic. Like, so I run a clinic full time mental health integrative counseling and coaching clinic, and people will often ask me how to overcome fear, and my answer is always the same, and I always say, do it afraid,
yeah,
always.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
fear's
it's just
healthy.
yeah, because and I say that because regret is so expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
absolutely.
anywho,
Fear doesn't stop you from dying. It stops you from living, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fear's good. Fear's exciting. Fear's this is good. This is fun. I'm scared shitless right now about this decision, so I think I'm going to do it.
yep. 100%, 100%. I always get excited when I see those videos on TikTok of people jumping over the cliffs, doing that like
Yeah.
big bungee jumping thing, and like when I or like just then they're like flying through down. It's like a long jump, and I'm like, that makes me feel so relaxed. Like that to me, that is freedom. Like just total freedom. And like my friends are like, "You're fucking nuts." It's giving me anxiety, and I'm like you don't know what like it's you're free.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Absolute free fall. I love hiking, camping. I don't know if you enjoy those things too, but those are some of the things that I love to do.
I like hiking. I absolutely hate camping.
Really?
Yeah.
How
I'd rather
come?
go to work than go camping.
What do you hate about camping?
I hate packing up. I hate setting up. I hate taking it down, and I hate putting it all away at the house. Now, if I had a trailer where I just pulled up, like if I had maybe a Widowmaker sponsored trailer,
Yeah,
I could
like
just
the
roll up
glam
in,
cam. Yeah.
right? Maybe that'll be the next tattoo, the Widowmaker logo.
Ooh, I wonder
Right?
how many times we could sponsor. We could talk about Widowmaker in all of our things that we
Yeah,
do.
and see, yeah. But I hate all the packing and stuff. I don't like that. So we've switched from camping to we'll rent a cottage or rent somewhere
Oh,
because I
that's
could
nice.
show up, unload the coolers, open a beer, and I'm good.
Nice.
It's a lot of responsibility for dad
Oh,
to set
okay.
up
Yeah.
tents, blow
Yeah.
up air mattresses. Okay, see you. We're going to the lake. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Right?
Well,
Yeah.
with like seven, 9 people, 9 of you, right?
Yeah.
At least
Absolutely.
minimum.
When they were all little, right? It was
God
crazy.
bless you.
Yeah,
God
totally
bless you.
insane.
So you basically haven't slept since you were like what, 19?
Yeah, that's why I haven't slept, so I figured I might as well do something with my life.
Well, you should go camping with Mike. Mike's got that big glam trailer, right? He does the glamping, right?
That's right. Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't tried glamping yet. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe I could
I don't
get a
know.
little espresso machine there, and maybe I'm into that.
A little portable wood burning pizza oven.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, little fold up bar that you can pack away. And,
We're getting there. Yeah. I
that's awesome. Well,
yeah.
let's move on to our 3 question draw, which is our very famous segment here in the show. It's was in the very first show and it continues today.
Okay.
And I have to say, I was a little I was a little nervous when I sent you the lineup for the show and like I sent it to you probably like 7 o'clock and at 7:02 you messaged back. Great, I already have all my questions ready, and I was like, interrogation. I was a little worried. I was like, I'm expecting. Wait, height, social insurance number. Like, well, how did you get the questions so fast?
No, they'll be good ones. They're fun.
Okay, what would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Do you bite ice cream?
Do you bite ice cream?
Do you? Does Jenny bite ice cream that's on a cone?
Do I bite ice cream? Nope, can't say I do.
Okay.
And as odd as this is gonna sound, I'm a licker.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Not a biter. Got it.
not of ice cream.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Hmm. Wow. I don't watch a lot of movies because that would take time away from working on stuff, right? But
That's
I do enjoy Beetlejuice.
no way.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, I'm a fan of the Marvel movies because they're so unrealistic. Like I can just be like, oh look, it's fun, and everyone's getting killed. This is good. But I'd have to say Beetlejuice. I saw that you posted about Short Circuit.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, Johnny Five. I remember
Johnny,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Uh, that
But
was a great movie.
yeah, it was. I'm a fan of The Rock, so anything he's in
Mm.
is pretty good.
Isn't
Um,
he a savvy talk about businessman? Isn't he a savvy businessman?
he is. Yep.
He
So do
just
you
like,
think if he runs for president, he's going to win?
oh, one, let's keep it a buck. One hundo.
Yeah.
He's hands down, he would win. I don't think anybody, I don't know if that's a good move for him personally, though, because,
Suicide.
well,
Pure
I
suicide.
mean, every president gets destroyed. Whether you're a
Yep.
good guy or not, whether you do a great job or not, you get destroyed. There's always, you can't please the masses. That's the problem. You can't please the masses. You
No.
can appeal to a person. You can't please the masses.
No.
So that's the problem. And he's so successful. I
Yeah.
I think it probably would be a better route to go something like Matthew McConaughey. He's running for I believe he's running for like governor of
Really?
Texas, like a just a lower level like
Wow.
position. Yeah, in the Texas government system, and I think he would be phenomenal in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
I think he'd do really, really well in that. But The Rock, like everything he does, is
Turns
just
the
so
goal.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He's
The
very.
only thing I saw recently, which I didn't really enjoy too much, was he put out a rap song.
Really?
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, "Is this a joke for a movie?" And then he was like serious, and they're like, "Oh, it's releasing," and I'm like, "Oh no, boo, that's not good. No, no,
Oh
that's
no.
not a good look for you, boo."
Yeah. Oh, don't do that. Oh no. Wow. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time. That's a tough one. Favorite of all time. I'll go with Legend, but I have so many of them.
Yeah.
But and my favorite ones I've watched like 50 or 100 times. But Legend is one of them that I've watched like at least 100 times. I've seen that one at
Wow.
least 100 times. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. Legend, Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's pretty incredible. What wait, what was the show he was in that they only did one season? It was set in like the 1920s.
Peaky Blinders.
No. Ah. Oh, I want to look it up, but then I'll be caving. I can't look it up.
Let me see. Let me see. Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, one season. Tom
It's
Hardy,
like,
one season. Sea of Thieves
no. Oh,
season
I'm
show.
drawing a
When was
blank.
it? When was that on? Oh, Taboo.
Yes,
Taboo.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not. I didn't really enjoy that. Did you like that show?
I thought his character was really well. I thought
Character
there
was good.
was room for improvement in writing. And like,
Yeah.
again, watch a movie, all of a sudden I'm a fucking director and I know everything. But I thought he played it well. He
Yeah.
kept the character mysterious and
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
It seemed to come so easy for him. It was
Oh,
good.
he is so good at that. And you're right. I think every role that he has had, he has played the shit out of those roles. Like
Yeah.
he's a very versatile actor. Even one of the movies he was in, and I didn't really like the movie, but he played the character well, which was Dropbox. I think it was Dropbox.
Yeah.
Um, with James Gandolfini,
Yes.
who was
Yes.
amazing,
Yeah.
so amazing. And like the movie wasn't great, I didn't think, and but I thought Tom Hardy did a great job with probably what was written.
Yeah.
Like he pulled it off well for what he was given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
What do you?
oh man. But Legend, if you haven't seen Legend, you should watch it. I think you'll really like it. He
Okay.
plays it's a true story about these twins who lived in London who were kind of like controlled the underground mafia world of London in the 60s. And they were twins and he plays both roles in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good. And there's one, so one of them, one of the guys is like, a little bit more level-headed business guy, and the other guy is just like out till lunch all the time. And the contrast, the juxtaposition of those two characters is just insane.
Okay. I got to
Yeah,
check it out then.
I think you'll really, really like it.
Okay.
Question number two.
Okay.
Okay. If you created the ultimate spirit or beverage, what would be in it and what would you call it?
There would be dark rum,
Mhm.
just a bit. It would be 100% rum based with multi Caribbean rums in it,
Ooh.
and a little bit of cream, kind of like a rum chata, something like that. And what I would call it, Niagara rum.
Niagara.
no, no, actually, when
Of course.
yeah, funny story about that. We go to, well, we used to go to Dominican every year for a few weeks. And once our kids got old enough to start drinking, I
Mm-hmm.
would make them do Macho Man shots.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. So Macho Man shot, for people that don't know, and no one does because I invented it.
Okay.
I'm telling everyone now,
The secret's
is a
out.
shot of vodka with a shot of white rum with a shot of white tequila. It's a triple.
Fuck everyone up.
Yep. Yep. And once they're old enough to drink, first night off the plane, well, welcome to Dominican. And, you're 17, 18, you can have drinks here. Step up. This is how it starts.
Oh my gosh, I would be flat out like I'm a bit of a lightweight.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm not a drinker per se. Like I could probably count the number of drinks I have on one hand, like over a year or two. Yeah, yeah. I'm not, but yeah, I'm definitely that would put me flat out.
Yeah. It floored most of the kids.
One,
Yeah.
two, nighty night.
Yeah. And the ones that didn't, I told my wife, okay, we got to watch out for her. She's going to be trouble.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's your next venture. You should bottle that up.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm.
It's a
Yeah,
good idea.
and you're not gonna go with the trends and do a pumpkin spiced rum latte.
No,
No,
that's no, not for me.
no pumpkin spice. All right, I'm ready for your second question.
Okay. Question number 2.
Mm.
Fingers for toes or toes for fingers?
Ooh, fingers for toes.
So fingers for toes. Why?
I think it would be easier to grip stuff, and I think you could. I think you could. Sounds funny, but I think you might be able to run faster because your toes would be longer, right? So you can get an
Uh,
extra grip.
okay,
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
these are good. I've never had these questions before.
Gotta make it, kind of unique.
Yeah, switch it up. My third question for you.
Yes.
So far, aside from your marriage and kids, what has been one of the best experiences of your life?
Wow. Okay. Um, Business success.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of it. It's been good to win.
Mm.
Um, I've won a lot of sports championships. That's cool. The bond I have with the guys I played with, and then later on when I went back and coached, um, I went to Penn State and coached there for a little fraction of time, like this
No
little
way.
clinic. That was kind of cool.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
But the business success, being told that it's not gonna work, and then doing it with that shit-eating grin, yeah, that's good for me. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
thanks.
That's amazing. Do you feel like so maybe we have that like competitive spirit, that underlying competitive. Do you think that that came from somewhere along the line when we were kids, like someone telling us we couldn't do something? Because I probably that's probably what it is for me.
I believe so. I have a brother and sister that are quite a bit older, like 20 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up basically an only child,
Mm-hmm.
other than friends. And then once I started to get competitive, it became like this thirst I had, this appetite to compete. And I had to compete if we were riding bikes, and I had to compete if we were climbing a tree. And I just had to compete, and I had to be first and win. And then it became not even winning, just I like the competition. And I
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, someone matched me. Okay, game on. Let's go again. I like this. But I was told a lot, no, don't do that. You can't do that. That's stupid,
Mm.
right? I wanted to be a National Geographic photographer when I was a kid. When I was like 7, 8 years old, that was my dream, to just take the pictures for the magazine. And my father was very business oriented, ran a major Canadian business, and his exact words are, "Don't be so fucking stupid. Go to
Mm.
trade school, get a trade. We need trades. We don't need photographers." Okay, Dad. Went to trade school, and yeah, I think it is from being told, no, you can't. For me, for sure.
Yeah, I think for me, similar as well. Like I basically was told that I was never gonna like be anything important, or I was never gonna do anything with my life, and I think as a result of that, I did everything.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think that's probably what how that rolls into that entrepreneurial spirit, right? Because you just do everything. You know,
absolutely.
yeah, you take the, and even as so much as a couple of years ago, I just decided like, you know, I am just gonna do and try everything that I have an interest in.
Yeah,
And I might do it for 2 weeks, or I might do it for like 6 months, or I might make it into a long term business, or but I just want to say I did it and I tried it, and you know,
that's cool.
and yeah, and I think and as I think about that, like I think back on my life and all the education that I've had, and not to say that you need to go to college or university in order to you know have a particular lifestyle or social ranking at all. That's not it at all. Um, but I've done a lot of things, whereas a lot of people that I knew growing up only did one thing with their
Yeah,
life and they weren't necessarily happy about
yeah.
it. Yeah, which is interesting.
It is. It's again, that's where the no fear of failure comes in that you've
Mm-hmm.
had. Because I'm sure you've had the approach, if I don't like it, I won't do it after this.
Yeah,
No
oh,
big deal.
that's 100% me.
Eh,
100%.
yeah, I tried that. It sucks. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I could do something else.
yeah, absolutely. Even with the show too. Somebody asked me the other day, "How long are you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna do the show. Like, I'm having
Yeah.
fun now with it, and it's going good, and you're meeting great people like yourself, and these guys that do like a lot of like hunting stuff and make hot sauce and stuff, and they think they're like hot
Heard
shit
of
or
them, but
whatever.
I can't remember the name.
Weird. It's something like there's like a W or something in the name.
Yeah,
But I mean, like I meet just great people, and it's fun, and I think that's the key. Like as long as you're doing something that you enjoy, that's the key to it.
I agree. I recently retired one of my businesses
Mm-hmm.
last year that I had, and I ran it for about 6 years. I had a contract to ship tiny homes for Discovery Channel.
Oh, so dope.
I shipped them all the way east to Minnesota. No, all the way west to Minnesota, all the way east to the East Coast, and as far south as South Carolina.
Wow.
Anything that moved in that section was mine. I got paid to travel in US dollars. I got paid to travel all over the eastern seaboard of the US and Canada. I seen beautiful places, Vermont, Maine, Wisconsin, New
Mm.
Brunswick. I'd finish work at my real job and leave for a day to do a 25-hour trip. Well, they paid me. And so many people would say, wow, how can you do that? How can I not?
Yeah.
I'm getting paid very well. And you know what? I drove back through 11 states today, and I met all these people, and it was so good. I met some awesome people that I'm still in touch with today. And then I just one day got like, I'm done. I don't want to do it
Mm.
no more. Just
Yeah.
one day, it was like snap of a finger. Oh, Derek, we need you to go to West Virginia. No, business is closed. Sorry. That's all it was.
Yeah. Was the driving like, because did you get tired of the driving?
I
So
did. That's
eventually,
what
yeah.
it started to burn me out. It started to affect my hips
Yeah.
sitting so long,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
I wasn't sleeping much.
Mm.
So I drive out to New Brunswick and turn around and drive back with no sleep. So it was wearing me down and affecting my health a bit. And then I was missing the girls, and the girls are always saying, "Well, you're never home."
Yeah.
So I was like, what if I die? They're not gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sure glad Dad made $1,000 going to Pennsylvania,"
Right.
right? They're
Yeah.
gonna say, "Well, jerk should have been here."
Yeah.
So yeah, but
And now you're doing a lot more family oriented stuff in your business, which is so
abs-
cool.
absolutely, I'm keeping it all close to home now.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. This isn't a question. I know you have one question left, but this isn't a question, but I have to ask it. Um,
Yeah.
how much would it take for someone to give you to shave your beard off?
Oh wow. So want to hear a funny story?
Yeah, I do.
I became an ordained minister, so I don't have to shave my beard at work.
Of course you did.
Yeah, so that's on my list. I can marry people. Yeah, I can oversee a procession because now it's a religious beard.
I love that. Oh my god, I love that. You know what that reminds me of just now?
What?
Oh my god, it's so so you know how I post those on my Instagram, I post the ask me a question.
Yeah.
And sometimes, most of the time, people are really great and ask good questions, but every once in a while I get a shitty question, right? And I had one question from this lady basically giving me shit, telling me that talking about poop wasn't very ladylike.
Uh,
And that night, it was perfect timing. I was scrolling through, and I seen this one ad on Instagram pop up saying, "Become a lord or a lady if you buy a plot of land in Ireland." And I was
yeah.
like, "Oh fuck yeah, this is happening."
Did you do it?
So yeah, so what it is you buy so you buy a plot of land, and they'll plant trees in your honor in that
Okay.
plot of land, right? But technically, and it's legit. I actually checked it out. It's legit. If you own any land in this particular area, you are now a lord or a lady, and you can put that on your document. Fucking going on my license plate. It's
Yeah.
going on my driver's license right now. You can put lord or lady on it. So oh, this is too good to pass up. So I did it. It was like, I don't know what it's, $50 or whatever it is, and they'll plant trees in your honor. And then they send you a certificate, like an actual certificate, and you can download it, and they'll send you one in the mail, and it says Lady Jenny Ma on it. And on the back, on the other side, it has all like the government stuff, and it's signed and dated. So when I responded to her question, I was like, "Fuck you, Karen. I am officially a lady."
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I gotta do that.
I'll send you the link. It was hilarious. I thought, oh my gosh, what perfect timing for that question. It's so funny.
So I lost. I still had to shave my beard though.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah.
No.
So every 3 years I have to shave it now.
Every 3 years?
Yeah, once every 3 years. That's
So
it, because I have to just prove that I can get a seal with a mask.
oh
And
right.
basically it's look, even the people here are like, hey, we don't want to make you do it, but we have to.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. No big deal. So I became a minister. It only worked for like half a second. Yeah. And when I said it's a religious beard, they're like, what religion? Uh, I don't know.
The Niagara religion.
Yeah, the one with the beard that I have. So
You
no,
can change your name to Yusuf or something like that.
that would
Like
work. If I shave this off, it'll
yeah,
become an Amish beard, and I could go with that.
ooh. But then we couldn't do the Zoom.
No, we
Because you're
couldn't.
not allowed to use computers.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. See? Already done with that idea. Get that one out the way.
I don't know. I don't know if you watch very much TikTok, but there's another TikTok. This guy was in a Best Buy,
Okay.
and he was playing Weird Al Yankovic's song in the back, and it's the one about Mennonites, and
Yeah.
the kid is so dumb. God bless his heart. He walks up to the camera. He's like, "Yo, Mennonites won't see this," and then all comments are like, "Yeah, they won't." Like, what? He thought he was being such a badass in this video. It was like pure stupidity. It was ridiculous. Okay, I'm ready for your third question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is water wet or does it just make things wet?
Water is wet.
Are you sure?
Water. It, hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Wet is the sensory. Wet is. Ooh, Derek. Derek.
Mm,
Wet is the after-sensory production produced by the brain. Water is a molecule on its own. It makes things wet.
So water is not wet.
Mind blown. Mind blown. Wow.
Exactly.
Wowza.
Mhm.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. To champion of asking questions on the show.
Thanks.
You should
I got the
write all our questions for the show.
I got the great question for that other place too. That other podcast.
Oh, those other bunch
Those
of
guys? Yeah, they said the same thing. Good questions. I'm like, well,
yeah.
this brain just doesn't stop, you know. Some of the stuff that goes on up here. It's
those those are probably, I have to say, those are the best questions I've ever had on the show.
good, thanks.
And we're almost 1 year in, 2 seasons, 50 some odd shows. Best question. You win. You win.
Perfect. That'll be the next one. It'll be t-shirts. Best questions asked here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, rumor has it, sir, you have a tip of the day.
I do.
Uh-huh.
Tip of the day is
Just the tip.
the truth only hurts because it's the truth. And that's a fact. If you say, Derek, your yellow beard looks like shit, like, I don't care because it's not yellow. If you say your brown beard looks like shit, I'm like, what's your problem? Why would you say that? The truth only hurts because it's the truth. When people are offended by what you say, it's because you're speaking the truth. If they're not offended, you're probably running your mouth.
Facts.
That's fact. Yeah.
Pure facts.
Yeah. What's yours?
I love
What do
it.
you got?
Oh, my my tip of the day? Oh, I've never been asked for a tip of the day.
Really? Okay.
Oh my, look at you just switching it all up on me.
Yeah.
Tip of the day. Gosh. Tip of the day. I feel like I'm gonna recycle this one, but if anybody tells you you're putting too much peanut butter on your toast, just block them because you don't need that negativity in your life.
That's true. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's like an inspirational tattoo. For sure.
Yes.
I could see that. Right. Nice rib cage tattoo. Yeah.
Right across.
Don't judge my PB.
Don't judge my baby. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, did you try the Happy Ball stuff? Because I gave you a sample when I saw you of the Happy Ball
Did.
stuff, and
Yeah.
those other guys haven't gotten back to me. I forget their names. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Coffee maker or something.
Something like that. It's weird. Yeah.
So I tried it, and like I said, I was going to use it on my armpits.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent for when I'm painting. It's cooling, but it maintains the cool feeling.
Ooh.
Like it's
good.
not just like spraying water on my armpits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It maintains it. And you said there was a little bit of menthol in there, or
Yeah, eucalyptus.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it, but it made it more comfortable for me.
Oh, good.
So
Good, good,
I
good,
liked it.
good.
Yeah,
And
it's
so that
good.
was the spray that you tried.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
tried
try
the
the other
powder?
one yet.
You didn't try the
Yeah,
powder yet.
no.
What did you not like about it?
That it wasn't labeled, and I almost sprayed it on a kid's face because I thought it was my makeup sealer.
Oh, yeah, we spared no expense with the labeling, as you saw.
I,
It was just
yeah,
a
yeah,
handwritten, this is spray.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's just a test item. But yeah, no, that would have been okay if you had sprayed it on them. There's all natural stuff in there. But
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, nothing dangerous. But that's good to yeah, but that's good. Good to know. I think I need a little bit more of the eucalyptus scent in there. I don't think there
Maybe.
was enough. Yeah.
So I want to try it in my beard
Yes.
and see if it softens it.
Yeah. And I used it myself as like a refresher spray. You know how like they sell those um is it Avion water sprays for women that are
Yeah.
those refreshing facial sprays, whatever. Anyways, I would do that like in the couple weeks ago. It was really super hot, and I was using that spray, and it was just a nice little refresher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells very nice. It's good.
Thanks. Good.
It's not too strong.
Hmm.
It's subtle enough to notice, but not be overbearing.
Good. Good. Good to know. Derek, thank you so much for doing the show with me today. I've had so much fun.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Me too.
Yeah, I've loved learning about your business and all of the stuff you're doing, and I'm so excited for Splash Town Niagara.
Yeah,
Take a moment and shout out all your stuff, where people can find you, what's coming up, where they can get a hold of you. Go for
for
it.
sure. Splash Town Niagara on Instagram. That's where we handle everything out of right there. You can go to our website, www.splashtownniagara.ca. But all of our interaction, our giveaways, our prizes, everything's on Instagram. We're giving away a different prize every month. We give away a $200 butcher package to a local meat shop in Port Colborne.
Mm-hmm.
I think this month we're going to give away, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing Breakwall Brewery
Oh,
in,
nice.
in Port Colborne. So we're going to give away some of their fun stuff, which is great. And I think I'm going to plug it again. We're going to do a Widowmaker giveaway as well. The boys are going to hook up and do something nice.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas time will be a big one, and this will be the first announcement of it coming on the Wake Up with Jenny and Friends show.
Love it.
Is we will be selling season passes at Christmas for Splashdown. So
Amazing.
we got the green light. We're going to go ahead and start marketing them. You'll be able to buy them, save yourself a ton of money, and come and enjoy the water park all summer long as much as you want.
That's amazing. A season's pass. Such a great idea.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
we're hoping everyone loves it enough they want to keep coming back, and we want to make it affordable for them.
Well, you do so much for the community too, which I really appreciate, and you're so involved, and I love that. And I have no doubt that this is going to be such a fabulous and phenomenal venture, and I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to come down and visit you, and just really proud of you. Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for doing
Thanks
the
for
show.
having me.
Thank you. We want to remind everybody to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye.